Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Just wanted to welcome Bobby Kelly, our Central Coast Keller Williams team leader, to our studio. And you came in to just talk a little bit about tomorrow's team meeting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks for having me. This is fun to see you in action. You feel so professional while you're doing this.
I love it.
We were going to rehash a little bit of the family reunion that we just went to. Keller Williams puts on a huge event. There were over 18,000 people who attended. We had Tony Robbins and Mel Robbins guest speak. And so we are going to share with the rest of our agents who weren't able to make it. We're all sharing our biggest takeaways, little snippets of classes we got to go to, and just basically bring back all the knowledge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to,
Yeah, so
I
we're
wanted
gonna
to
have
approve your notes, basically, of whatever you're sharing in front of
Yeah,
our...
so we're gonna have a panel tomorrow of a few agents that attended. Tell you guys, kind of what you missed out on, but also really want to encourage you guys to sign up for next year. If you sign up early, you're getting a discounted rate, and it's a great way to learn more how to build your business. You build a network with so many agents literally across the world. Stacy and I were sitting down and met a couple from Keller Williams Cabo. Cabo, and they came up and they're like, "Hey, do you guys have an agent down there?" And we're like, "No, but we need one."
We do now.
So now we have one there, and met agents from all across the globe.
So cool. Such a good referral network to be a part of.
It is
incredible.
And so we're looking forward to sharing some tidbits of what we learned and just some of the inspiration that we got from Tony Robbins, who's one of my favorite speakers, as well as Mel Robbins, who I thought was his sister, but it's not. Turns out that she's an amazing speaker.
She's so good.
And literally I was tearing up. I think everybody in our row was tearing up.
Yeah.
And just the inspiration.
Yeah, what was that for you? I'm interested to know. I mean, because tomorrow we're going to go over like the basis of like the business stuff, but what kind of hit you in the heart about either Tony?
I think they were both equally good. They're definitely different. But I think some of the introspective and internal look at oneself, and how sometimes we lose sight of how powerful and how great we really are as humans, because there's just so much other background noise and clutter and just daily things that we have to worry about. And when you remove all of that and you come to the essence of yourself, how beautiful that is, and how beautiful everyone else is around us. That, we're here to serve and help others. As realtors, we're helping people with the biggest choices of their life, and that is not to be taken lightly.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Cool.
What was your takeaway from Mel? Because I feel like that's your girl.
I've been excited to see Mel forever because I've loved her for a long time. Tony, it's not the draw for me. I mean, he's a lot of the hoorah stuff in the beginning, which is fun. But he actually got me at the end. A lot of the work that he does is breath work, which you know how passionate I am about that. And I've worked with Michaela here in SLO. So, that was pretty incredible to feel the common thread of, okay, he's this basically superstar who travels the world and does this, I think, very basic fundamental practice that we all can have pretty easily. So he brought us back to our breath and took us through an exercise of, basically it was gratitude of the things you're kind of like piling on your heart, all the things you're grateful for.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. One of the biggest things for me that I like truly feel is like, I feel so lucky to have such a supportive network and community within, like, every day I go into work, which is, I think I take that for granted some days, and people don't have that. So truly working with my best friends in the whole world. And, it was overwhelming to me, that portion of it. Mel's just a freaking badass. I'm sorry. Everything about her, she's so direct, she's so honest, and she's kind of like, cut the crap, get out of bed, and do what you're here to do. And sometimes I think I err on the side of empathy, and let's talk about our feelings, and let's dig in. And for me, that was just a little shift mentally, and I've liked who I've been since listening to her.
I liked her story about how it wasn't always that way for her, though. And that brings it even more realness, is that obviously a lot of us are going through things in life. No matter what, you're going to go through some hard times. You're going to go through some good times. And when you're in those hard times, it's just very, very important, even though it's very difficult, to realize that it's not going to last forever. The storm never lasts forever. You're going to make it through it. And it was inspiring to see how big of a transition, how she went from, having alcohol problems, marital problems, and just conquering all of those issues and moving on past that. And now she's a leader and a leading speaker around the world, inspiring millions of people.
But she also didn't set out to do that. And I think that's cool, is you have to be willing basically to save yourself. And a lot of times people jump to wanting to be seen a certain way or be, this leader or whatever it is. But she was just trying to save herself, and basically through that ended up being able to help a lot of people. So it's kind of like along the same lines of Ed Milet last year, which is like lead with your tribulations, basically. Like where we've been is a gift because we get to share that experience with people who are struggling and then show them the way through.
I agree. I think it comes to everyone has a very different story, but everyone has a very important story. And you need to be willing to be vulnerable and share that with the rest of the world, because there's a lot of people out there that can relate to it. There's a lot of people out there that can learn from it. And just think, like, you don't have to reach everybody. If you just change like one person's life for the better, it's worth it. Like if someone listens to this and was like, hey, I was thinking about coming to the team meeting tomorrow, but this might get in the way. But now they make a priority and they make it there and they build relationships. They learn, how beneficial is that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's true. Well, join us. It's at 11:30 tomorrow at the Association of Realtors in Pismo Beach. We have lunch first. And then
What's for lunch? Do we know?
I don't know. Sorry.
This is an important
This
question.
is what we like to look forward to.
Yeah,
we like the food. We're eaters.
Awesome.
So we'll have a recap of that. We're going to talk about buyer broker agreements and why they're so important right now, how to use them, how to explain them to your clients, and we're going to get together and network too. So it's going to be fun.
Sweet. Looking forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow.
Bye.
Later.